I'm back, Ratbags, with another duplication video. Lots of methods are being found now, and I've got one for resources. So if you can't get crow feathers because they're stuck up in the sky, they won't actually fall down, which has been a bug I've seen reported. You want snail shells to make sure you can repair your snail armor, then you got to watch this video. I'm also going to include the one that I got from Gush yesterday or day before, showing how you can duplicate weapons. And I want no crying from people, too goody two shoes, going, oh, you shouldn't duplicate. There's literally an in-game feature. It's called the Super Duper that was introduced in Grounded 1. It finally combated the criticism that in certain multiplayer games, you'd only be able to have one pinch whacker, one type of trinket, even though maybe your whole crew wanted to rock a certain special weapon or piece of gear. So until Grounded 2 adds that, which I really hope they're going to, kind of sucks if you're playing with your friends that not all of you can have the special shield or maybe one of the Omnium Orc bows. And likewise with the game being quite glitchy and buggy for the last week and a half, especially with people reporting lost progress, I don't begrudge anyone maybe catching up with a resource dupe. So shout out to E-Man for this one. He actually showed me this guy Sammy T has the first person to show off this method. So go and check it all out for yourself. Literally 44 seconds, as long as you don't mind it not being explained fully. Link to his channel will be down below. I'm definitely going to subscribe because it looks like he's a big fan of Gears of War, and I used to love that game too. Hopefully he'll make some content on the upcoming remaster. Okay, so what you want to do is have the resource inside your inventory. Look inside the box and go ahead and transfer all of the resources. As soon as you've done that, press RB so that you're actually looking in your buggy's inventory now. And again, using the X button to transfer 5 of the 6 resources, leaving 1 in this bottom corner. You then go and drag the other 5 that's inside your buggy's inventory and you put it in this corner right next to it. So 5 on the left, 1 on the right. Then use the green or A button, not the X button, and move it over to the stack from 5 to 1. And you can see I'm increasing the stacks. So keep doing that. Click the green button on the stack in your bugs inventory and then move the stack over to the one in the storage. If you go over the stack limit for whatever it is you've got at the moment, if you've not increased it, then make sure you stay underneath it. You can actually do this with bigger stacks than 6, but that does seem to be the safest method. And then don't do anything else other than just come out of the inventory. Don't grab all, don't move any of the ingots or anything, just come out. When you look back in, you'll now have the stack that you wanted that's been duplicated inside the storage. But you'll notice that any that you had in your inventory or your buggy's backpack has disappeared. You're then safe to go ahead and grab the actual ingots or whatever resource it is and take it out. You can see I'm actually going to take out enough but leave some in there to do the dupe again. So I'm leaving 6 in, taking the rest out, depositing them somewhere else. Then I'll go back to the ones I left over in storage, use the X button to transfer them over to your buggy's backpack, not the A button this time, and they should fill up the top left corner. Move them back exactly like I've just shown you guys, right next to it, and then you can do the same thing, rinse and repeat. The crucial thing is you should always be in your buggy's backpack when you start trying to actually duplicate the stack. The original video showed that you was on your buggy, but you don't actually have to be on your buggy as long as you're close to it. And if you haven't got a buggy yet, well, get cracking. If you mess around or do anything else, if you press deposit, if you try and grab anything else using the RT button, then this won't work and you've got a risk of losing all of your resources. You can see I've lost the ones that were in my inventory, but if we go back and check the actual box now, then I am going to have pretty much 25 waiting for me inside the box. And there you go. Only when you've pressed the B button to close, then go back into the chest to grab what's in there, is it safe to take them. Big answer or obvious one here as well, try not to have too many items in your backpack or the buggy's backpack. Keep it limited to just one item that you want to actually duplicate. Just in case things go wrong, and of course make sure you save after every time you do this to stop the game crashing, which has happened a couple of times, especially when I was messing around trying to get more than 25 stacks. So as long as you've got 2 resources, you can actually do this with just 2 of them. As you saw, you only ever get 2 of the fresh ingots at the moment from the secret chest. That's just the same principle. Just go ahead and follow the same thing. Put 1 of the resources in the actual bottom right hand corner. Put the other resource in the slot next to it. and then use the A button to move them over. I did this with some ferret arrows and also did it with some of the milkweed. Last thing to note as well is that this can only be done with a controller at the moment, at least that's what I was told by someone that tried it out. But it should work on Xbox. And once you get a stack to actually keep, once you press the B button to close, then go and deposit that in another storage box so you don't risk losing it when you keep repeating it. I did try this with weapons. I tried for ages to see if that would work, but obviously you've got the other method that I mentioned at the start, which I'm going to include now just in case you'd missed it. And pretty much just make sure you've got your weapon equipped inside your actual hand. Hop onto your buggy, then go into your inventory menu and simply click and hold X to drop the item that's in your inventory menu. You'll see the weapon, in this case the bow, on the floor, but you'll also still have one in your hand. And if you want to dupe more than one item a bit more quicker, you just do this multiple times. Keep jumping on your buggy, go ahead and then drop the actual item onto the floor, drop off your buggy, jump back on, and you should always have a weapon still in your hand or inside your inventory. Now, something can go wrong with this. If you don't actually get rid of the weapon that's inside your inventory before saving the game and loading it back up, you'll find that all the stuff on the floor is actually just disappeared. So for example, showing you guys here, I've already got a bow still in my hand, and that's the one that I've been obviously duping. I'll go ahead and save and then load the game again, and you can see they've all disappeared. That's the crucial bit, so don't mess this up. When you've duped however many items it is that you want, before you go ahead and save your game, just make sure you've actually taken the weapon out of your hand and put it inside a chest. The game then recognises that you've got a weapon in the chest, and then it will also save the state of the weapons on the floor. Whereas previously, if you don't do that, it just considers that you've dropped a weapon and all your weapons are part of the same one. So yeah, you can dupe multiple times, and again, shout out to Cooked Shrimp for that one. Obviously Gush did a great job showing it off anyway with just a single weapon, but you can spawn in multiple. And it works with things like bombs as well. Same principle, just go ahead and make sure that when you've dropped a bunch of stuff on the floor by getting on and off your buggy, that you go and deposit the very original one inside a chest, so you've got nothing in your inventory before saving and then loading up the game. If you do want to get a lot of resources, well, go ahead and just make a lot of the bombs and then go and just smash a bunch of grass blades and stems up. That'll be the quickest way, rather than trying to dupe singular stems or grass pieces in your hand. I was shown another method how you can duplicate almost a whole box of items, but it only works on PC, and I think it's a bit risky because it basically puts your save back a little bit, and then you basically have to utilise turning off and on crossplay to really get it to work. So if you really want info on that one, come and join Discord, and I'll post it in our modding sort of leaks channel. But yeah, it's just maybe a little bit too risky, like I said, as it can roll back some of your progress, but will give you a chest for the resources or items. It's been useful, let me know, check out the people I mentioned, and I'll see you RATBAGGERS later.